So before we get started, I want to welcome everybody for being here. And of course, we're going to have more people coming in as we get started. But for those of you here for our chat, which is what we usually do, um, we have I have some things to share and some insights. Okay, first of all, we have a full moon, so we're going to have a very powerful transmission meditation with this full moon. Um, Also, too, I want to mention a couple of insights I've been getting. And of course, this has been for years and years and years. And this really came extremely relevant in today's times in terms of what's happening now, of course, in California. And um, as it turns out, way back 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I got the I Am America map. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, the I Am America map. Okay. And her name is Torre. And anyway, I just remember looking at the map, the idea of Earth changes, things were going to change a bit. But the most important thing out of that, and what I want to emphasize, which is an experience I had personally that talked about something wrong. Okay. That talked about door number one, door number two, and door number three. And I really want to take a moment to talk about this because it's really important. You know, when you see a situation where you hear about it and then it manifests itself, so there's no ifs or buts about that. What I want to talk about is my experience. I was shown maybe 25 or 30 years ago, who knows time anymore, but a long, long, long time ago in the galaxy. No. Okay, but with the Price is Right, and some of you already know I've spoken of this before, I was shown that there is going to be, the ascension of the planet and all that needs for that to happen for us collectively, individually, and so on. But our journey through it, what I'm just to summarize it, it's going to be on the collective unconscious of humanity. And they said it's going to be door number one, door number two, or door number three. So they showed the Price is Right. Which one do you want? Door number one, door number two. And for some of you, you weren't maybe just little kids are not born yet. It's a show. I don't even know if it's still on or not. Still on. Is it still on? Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's still on. And you had to make a choice of which way to go. Sometimes it was a big surprise. It was wonderful. And other times it was like a blooper. And sometimes we're in between. So the concept behind this is that our consciousness, okay, when entanglement with everything, which science knows, affects what's going on the planet, including weather, including, the imbalances that we see that is manifesting itself as wars and other things. Okay, it has to do with a large part of it with the collective unconscious of humanity. So one of the things that I want to share is that there is a book with the I Am America. I forget the name of it now. I have it written down here, and I just got it again. But I'm going to, let me see if I can read what it says. And it was in May of 1995. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I am actually able to pull it up real quick. And I would be able to, it's the I Am America. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this and I'll just read it. Okay. I'm going to read what it says, but I'm also going to tell you what our opportunity is at the same time. So this was in May of 1995. And if anybody wants to get the book, you can. It was published in 1995. It's still available. It's the New World Wisdom book too. And all of this is coming from the Ascended Masters, in particular Saint Germain. So this is Saint Germain coming through. So this is what it says. It says, this is on the Prophecy Wisdom, Book 2, pages 206 to 207. It said, it has come to the collective opinion that much of Los Angeles will be lost in some form or another, even in the mildest activity of earth change. Why would this be so? It is important for this area to understand that it must have a change in consciousness. However, these changes will not come through torrential rains and sinking lands, as the prophecies hold that these areas will be overcome by fire and winds. Wow. It will be assaulted economically, and the very thing that is decaying it from the inside shall build a wall around it and close it off from the rest of the world. I'm not sure what that means. It is important for those who live in that area to hold a continuous thought of love for their brothers and sisters. It is also important that work be done in that area by civil engineers to bring a purification of the entire water system. For not only will there be problems with gas lines, but there will also be many problems that will occur with its water. Okay, so this and it goes on to a couple other things. But let me say this. The whole thing of the book in Saint Germain and the Ascended Masters, and I've been to Mount Shasta and directly interact with the Ascended Masters, okay? And they have talked from way back when with door number 1, 2, and 3, okay? It is our collective unconscious that when we can become awakened, how important it is for us, okay, as the family of light, okay, who are awakened or awakening to hold the higher vision of our sacred planet. Part of the major issue from way back when, the Roman Empire is still here, Babylon is still here, none of that has changed. And people say, oh my gosh, look at the wars, look at what's going on. Well, look back from the beginning of time. It's the same thing over and over again. Although I will say there has been a little bit of evolution going on, okay, but now it is collective awakening of everybody to realize how powerful we are as co-creators. And that our thoughts, now, I harp on this all the time. We have to be mindful of our thoughts. We have to be mindful of our actions and the words that come out of our mouth when you realize how powerful you are. On Friday, we had a workshop, very powerful workshop, and it came in with that same thing, is that now we're here, but many of us are now vibrating up here. Now, that's a great opportunity. What is that opportunity? We are holding more of a light quotient, okay? We say one light worker vibing up here is equal to, say, 1,000 regular people. Let's put it that way. Okay, so you don't need to have masses of people. You just need to have a handful of dedicated light workers that remember who they are. And so we've been shifting timelines, and we're going to do it again now. We're World War III. Who's been preventing that? We have. Us. And somebody has to say, oh, but it's just me. No, it's just powerful you. It's just magnificent spiritually operating at the highest of the spiritual realms of light you, that you can bring that down into this frequency band. And as Friday, when we spoke about it, what bring in the higher splendor. That's what the Zohar is all about. You start tapping into the higher parts of yourself. You have more power, just as how you have an avatar. Any one of these, Jesus or Christ, came in and can shift the entire environment. So now I would like to say it's not the very first, but it is a big, significant one, that these fires, as with COVID, okay, are big signpost. They're signpost. We all know it's signpost, right? So it is like, okay, we see what's happening. Let's all of us align. And now more than ever, we have to come and walk that path of righteousness and the higher heart of compassion, unconditional love. We just have to get used to being kind. Even when we're challenged, we don't get involved in the drama of this. That's the trap. That's the trap. They want discourse and anger and chaos and fear and all of that. Somehow just like a muscle that you practice, it's a spiritual practice that you stay in that neutral observer, hold a higher heart of compassion. And then that way, for you personally, you're able to maneuver, get the information you need to get the guidance that you need to know how to protect yourself, how to protect others, because you're connected. You're not down here into the chaos. Not only that, we are going to be the way showers. That's what Jesus Christ said, to point the way of light. So there are going to be people like, oh my gosh, but there's going to be fear and chaos. That's part of it. Who do they look to? Not the government, not the so-called, Vatican or whatever is there. It's going to be the light workers in any shape and form, wherever they are, whatever they do, okay, that you could see from the light in their eyes. Okay, we come in all ways, all forms, and we're distributed every place. Okay, and our job now is that we're like, wait a minute, I think I made a promise to do this. Okay, you being the black sheep of the family, you being the odd one out, you being the one, he's crazy. Okay, you being that person has prepared you. If you were able to go through that, okay, and not be dribbling on the side of your mouth after the world has beat you up, okay, you could still walk a straight line. Then you were prepared for this time. You were prepared for this time. We didn't go through all that struggle, everybody here, you're here listening to this, we have gone through the struggle. Okay, we don't even have to talk because we all have our encyclopedias of stuff that we've gone through. Okay, and we've graduated to be here in this moment. And we graduated to be here in this moment because, listen, most of us, we've done this before. This is not our first rodeo. We've done this before. And when we remember who we are as galactic beings, as cosmic beings, that we are attuned to the Christ consciousness, the divine maturity, it's like, oh, yeah, that's right. And how brave and courageous we are to say, I'm going to go into a world of Maya and forget everything and could get caught up in the karma of recycling over and over again. And the ascended masters always say, my God, these souls are so brave. We honor and respect you. And I always tell everybody, no one should have a self-esteem problem. No one should. The illusion is that in this matrix, you're less than, you don't know, you don't speak right, whatever, on and on and on. And the self-limiting, I have seen this. I've seen this with people. Let's just say with language, for example. Okay, everybody here talks with an accent. Everyone does. I have a Brooklyn accent. You'll know I'm from New York when I say coffee. Okay, so all of us, all right? So it doesn't matter the country, and even within countries, the different dialects. But I have witnessed and seen people say, oh, well, I can't do this because I don't know. I feel this, or I'm too fat, or I'm too tall, or I'm too short, or I didn't go to college. Or oh my God. I can't, because that's the program. But if something stirs in you, look at these like really famous, the inventors. Some of them didn't finish college. But the program is to keep you inside the false matrix. And now there's cracks happening because of the dedication of light workers for years and years and years and decades that have always held the light, even in the midst of great darkness and chaos. Someone was holding the light there for us to be here out in the open. So unlike 2,000 years ago, in the time of the Yeshua, we're not in caves hiding. Let's say our prayers, make sure nobody can, or other places right now. Currently, in countries, there are people who want to express their love for God and either have to hide or can't do it. Yes, yes. So to be the freedom, to be a sovereignty, okay, is not open to everybody in this current time. So what does that mean? There's always going to have to be the resistance until we come into oneness. And that is our job, is to raise the frequency. As we raise one our own, then we trigger each other. The more we have it, the more it spreads, the more the ascension can happen. So each and every single light worker is so important and relevant to this time. And I just want to say, I'm excited. If my soul signed up and said, okay, we're not going to do a struggle, but wait for the big rodeo, okay? You're going to be for the real big one. I mean, we have, various beings and, extraterrestrial. They're all hanging out here to see the show. They're like, wow, look at them. Now, let me say something that has come in before we get started that I think is so profound. Now, let's just talk about the idea of alchemy, transformation, and transmutation. One of the greatest alchemies, as I can understand it, is being in a human form in a 3D density, okay? That's pretty thick, would you not say? And being able to transmute that to hold on to the divine from here to there is transformative. That's why there's so many radiant ones that support us, love us, is around us, because they're like, wow, this is really something from a 3D. And you're going to raise that frequency up in the alchemy and transformation and transmutation that you're able to encompass. That is amazing. Welcome. We can move down a bit. Right. And maybe over a little. No, come and sit. Welcome. Come on. Okay, just go in. They'll share. They'll share. Yes, no. Here, just take a, somebody's here. And what we need to just take is one more. Good. You could put it right there. And do you guys mind sharing a program? There's no more programs at all? Okay, they could have a program. Okay, great. Okay, and just we have some people coming in now, and this is your first time here? This is your first time here?
A long time ago.
Okay, wonderful. Your name again is?
I'm Jack, and this is Diana, my girl.
Hello, how are you? Welcome. Okay. Well, we just got finished talking about the empowerment. Amen, Baba Sharon. Love to you all. Okay, Christine, I'm here from Dallas. Hi, Christine. I'm here from Dallas. Hi, I'm Mary. Sorry. I am Mary from Dallas. Hi, Mary from Dallas. Yeah, your St. Pete crew is saying hi to you. Okay, and this is Casey. Hi, Casey. Hi from Sarasota. This is your first time. Thank you, Casey. Thank you for bringing your light. I'd like to mention to everybody who is here for the first time, thank you for sharing your light. Just real quick, why have we been meeting every single Monday without fail for over 16 years? Every Monday, without fail. 18 years. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. 18 years. I don't know time anymore. 18 years. And I've already done a talk. I'm not going to go into that. Like sometimes when you're called to do something, you say, we want you to do, like, well, who? And you turn around and like, I wonder who's going to do that. Who's going to step up to do that? And there's no one around you. That means it's you. That's what that means. You're to do it. Get past your fear. Get past like, I don't know. What is this all about? A long time ago, they said you can't understand everything. Okay, so 18 years later, here we are. We work very specifically with the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, also known as the Ascended Masters, but also to the most radiant ones in various forms they come. We have worked with the Arcturians, with the Palladians, all those that are in line with the Ein Sof or light, which is the limitless light, the source light, not to be confused with any other level of light, because there's different lights. And we say our prayers each and every time so that there is clarity and no gray. Clarity. We're very clear as to what we are aligned with. Okay. And know that we come with this, the angelics. We are divinely protected and we are divinely guided. And we do very powerful work with the ascended realms of light. Now, let me just say one more thing. Once we were talking about the empowerment. So we need the angelics, we need the ascended masters, okay? We need them. They also need us. They need us because we are the boots on the ground. We are part of the spiritual hierarchy. They're the ones we just talked about, decided to come in here in this 3D form with this earth body wrap, okay, willing to forget our entire memory, okay, to do the great alchemical work of bringing a 3D to a 5D, okay, that this is a divine plan and we are part of that. So as I said, nobody should have any self-esteem issues when you really understand the higher dynamic of what this all is. Okay, so welcome to everybody. And why we keep on doing this, for those of you that are new, is that exactly what I said is we are part of the spiritual hierarchy. And each one is different. Each anchoring light is different depending on who is part of it. Each contributes to the whole collective. So somebody read a book and some inspiration that may get into it. However it works, we go into the higher octaves of light and our family of light comes in and it's directed through however that works. So the whole thing is that we show up to serve the divine. That's why we're here, to be of service. And we are all planetary world servers. We're here for the planet. That's primary or vibration. We are here to assist the planet. Okay, so we're going to get started here now. That was a whole full moon talk, wasn't that? That was really intense. And we are working with the beautiful full moon. All righty, so let me go ahead now. I'm going to, oh, first, before I do that, do this. I got really into the moment. All right, so first of all, what I want to do is, okay, let's do this one here. Opening the grids to other dimensional worlds. I don't have to tell you that the veils are thinning. I don't have to tell anybody here. We're all having our particular experiences. All of our spiritual abilities are being enhanced and upgraded. We did I'm passing this to everybody just to take a look. As they say, a picture paints 1,000 words. And there's learning, okay, which we just did on Friday, where, a vision board, you would put down pictures and all of that. Not anymore. Not anymore. We had the higher symbol of the higher self coming in. That's where many of us are vibrating to, is that symbol. And using our knowledge now of vibration, okay, as the great prophets and all of that, that's where we're coming into right now. So with the picture that's being brought around, that picture, you may say, well, I'm not sure what this is, but the symbols, somehow I vibrate to these symbols because there's higher parts of ourselves now that are beginning to integrate into our physical self as we raise our vibrations. Okay, so first of all, as that is going around, let us all take a deep breath and let us all do the prayer.